How do you?
What? Stop it! Stop.
Well, how the hell?
Hey, diddlerino, neighborino.
You going there? Going down
Nailed
the
it.
Ned.
Nailed it.
Yes.
It's like he was
Breathe
here
through
in the
your
room.
damn mouth.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
What's going on, Chloe?
Heaps of cool shit, you know?
Happy 40th.
Episode?
Yeah.
No, shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huzzah!
I know. Now
Look at us go.
You've come into it surprised. So I am going to quickly look it up in case I'm wrong.
Oh. I
'Cause
swear we just hit 20.
You've got me doubting now, and I'm like, oh, hang on a second, jeez.
No, you're
and of course,
probably right.
everybody that's watching knows. Hey, number 40.
Wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
Indeedy doody.
Crazy.
Indeedy doody.
It's a real Simpson heavy beginning to this episode.
Yeah, no, I apologize.
Anyway, hi everybody. I'm Chloe. And
I'm
this is Glenn. And this is a little project of ours called Up Late. It kind of spurred off because of the Good Movie Monday podcast, and
spurred off.
and here we are. We like to have a few bevies and a chin wag about movie stuff.
You've got a poo emoji on your cup.
Sure do. It's glittery too.
Oh.
Sparkle, sparkle.
I'm not going to go there. Okay.
Glitter shit happens.
I was about to say, have you ever had that?
No, but thank you for that image.
Jesus. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, just to back it up, as you were saying, we are from the Good Movie Monday podcast, everybody. If you go back to Monday, have a listen to this week's show. It's a very good one. It's a fun one. Melzy Begg was back on the desk with us, and it's always fun when she's on the desk. So,
yeah.
Yeah, another big week.
Lovely, lovely. And we're just wrapping it up.
We are wrapping it up, and we are caught up late because we actually do record this late. So, you know, if we look a bit worn out, because I'm sure I do, you don't always. For some reason. Like, you looking pretty good, but I'm fucking knackered.
Stop it. Stop it. Look at my missing nails.
Yeah, are they those nails?
You're so put together.
Yeah. Hey. Which nails are those? Those ones. Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't look PG.
I was about to say maybe that can be our show's like sign, but I'm like, no.
Kids went to bed early tonight.
God,
that's some Tusk shit right there. I actually came prepared this week. Isn't that funny?
Well, I mean, it's expected.
But not always achieved, Glenn.
That's correct.
Do you know who you're dealing with?
I do, which is why I usually try to come prepared.
Double preparedness. Look at us go. We're going to bloody nail it this week.
That's why we need that signal, because we're double prepared. Anyway.
It just doesn't look great. Anyway, The Man from Toronto. I watched a few trailers today. Yep. The Man from Toronto has got me back into my do I find Woody Harrelson creepy phase. I know you've heard about me thinking Woody Harrelson was quite creepy before I found him endearing. Yeah. And it's kind of gone backwards a little bit with this movie trailer.
Because I mean, it all depends on what phase of his career that you entered his world or he entered yours. Yeah. As to whether he's creepy or not, because there's very early comical Woody, then there's, you know, post-comical serial killer Woody, then there's, you know, crooked cop Woody. He's such a versatile enigma of an actor.
He is an enigma is the right word to use as well. He's very like a chameleon,
He's a chameleon, yeah.
He is a chameleon. But this movie looks quite fun, actually. It's him and Kevin Hart, and it's not a duo I would have expected. However, it looks quite what's the word, charming?
Yeah, well, that's the word, but you're ahead of me on this one, because I I haven't watched the trailer. I've just seen the stills. Like I have seen the stills from the trailer, but just didn't get time to jump into it. But the stills were enough to pique my interest. So
yeah, it's like a buddy cop, but not a buddy cop type thing. Like they're like an odd couple. That's what you call it.
Which is very much reminds me of going right back to 48 Hours with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, because that's a buddy cop film, but they're not buddy cops.
Right.
So. But it's the formula. It's the formula.
It's the formula. Yeah, it's the formula. And like you can kind of already tell, I wouldn't say it's predictable, but you can kind of already tell a direction that you think it might go in just from the story that's being told through the trailer. But it still looks good.
I want to read up on it because it does look and sound just like 48 Hours. So I'm wondering if it's a re-imaging,
Oh, quite possibly. Tell me what it's about and I'll tell.
Oh, okay. Well, Nick Nolte is a hardened kind of take no bullshit kind of cop, and to really throw my mind back now, to crack a case he has to team up with a con played by Eddie Murphy, who's like a jailbird, and they sort of bust him out of jail so he can help.
Yeah, no, it's not the same.
Okay,
not the same.
Cool.
So it should be good. I think it looks quite good, but yeah, like I said, it's not a pairing that I thought I would strive to see, but it actually does pique the interest a little bit. So that'll be a good one to watch out for.
Definitely. Is that going straight to streaming or is that theatrical?
I think it had a little Netflix thing at the top of it.
Yeah.
I don't quote me on that, but
means we can catch it in our lounge rooms.
Yeah.
Can I just quickly jump in and just talk whilst we're on the Netflix watching in the lounge rooms? The new movie Inceptor dropped on Friday. Just gone.
I saw you put up something about that. Please do tell.
Hands down, worst film of the year. It is a fucking abomination, and it's a real shame because there was a little bit of expectation on this one for the fact that it's practically an Australian film, all shot here, mostly produced here. Most of the talent is Australian, other than the lead actress, which is what's her name? Fucking Hemsworth's wife. Can't remember her name.
Oh, really?
Pateca or whatever. Elsa Pateca, whatever.
Yeah.
So she's the lead, but it was directed by, he's a first-time director called Matthew Riley, but he's famous for being an author, a really popular author of books that are, these aren't his books, but they're like Tomorrow When the War Began. They're action books for young readers, and he's really prolific like that. So when news came that he's making a movie, everyone got excited and the expectations were high. Boy, like, if you're making a film for the first time, don't start with one that is so high concept. Right. Because you're just not going to pull it off. And it is you're going to miss things. Bad. It is that bad.
Really?
Yeah. The set, it's all set in one location. It's a military facility in the middle of the Pacific Ocean that is designed to intercept Russian missiles coming to America.
Right.
And she returns to this facility after a period of leave when she got, sexually harassed by a general. So there's a backstory that kind of just doesn't really make sense other than trying to be in the zeitgeist of political relevance. And then her first hour on the job, the place gets taken over by domestic terrorists who are aligned with the Russians. And it's like Die Hard on the open sea, but it's just so bad. The sets look like something from Doctor Who's in the 70s and 80s.
Wow.
It's just an abomination. And I don't want to give it more time than it needs. I would say avoid at all cost. Or watch the trailer because that'll probably tell you if you want
that makes me kind of want to watch it though.
Yeah. And
so bad that it's good type thing.
For people like me who are cinephiles of Australian cinema from the 70s, 80s, 90s, there's a lot of actors that return. You're like, fuck, I haven't seen you in 20 years. That's amazing. Yeah. Zoe Carides rocks up as the president of the United States. Colin Friels, who's, iconic actor, rocks up, but he's so caked in foundation on his face that he looks like an Aardman character. Like, it's just the worst. And Chris Hemsworth is in it, and he is shocking. He's the comic relief.
Oh, okay.
He plays like a dopey, nerdy kind of guy at a JB Hi-Fi style of store selling televisions, and breaking news comes on all the big screens, and so he takes a seat on the sofa that's also on sale and starts watching the news unfold, and he's cheering along,
That's kind of funny.
But it doesn't work, that's for sure.
Oh, that's actually sounds quite funny. If you want to move on, speaking of Hemsworth, I did watch the new trailer for Thor. I hadn't watched the trailer before. I'd only seen like the bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
It's given me like big Flash Gordon vibes.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm here for that. Like I'm
sure. And it looks fun. Like it looks fun.
And I know you hate superhero Marvel, all that kind of stuff, but I kind of got on board with the Thor movies after the second one.
Well, I mean,
the second one was quite shit.
Come on. If you've been paying attention to these conversations we have, I've always said the exceptions to the rule are Thor 3,
right?
Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, when they've got
I appreciate that.
When they've got an auteur director behind them, then they're good. But most of them don't have auteurs, and so you got the Taika Waititi's sensibilities going on here. That's why you watch them. You don't watch them because they're Marvel movies.
It kind of almost takes it away from being a Marvel movie into its own sort of thing, which I love.
I guess we kind of have Deadpool to thank for that, simply because that was the first one to break the fourth wall, talk to the audience, have self-referential humor, and it worked so well that I think then was it Guardians came just after it, or maybe Guardians was the first one, but one of them went, hey, talking to the audience, whether directly or not, but letting them in on the jokes. That's something that we can probably bank on for a while.
That we can get our money's worth with.
I mean, if you watch the Thor series from 1, 2, 3, 4, like go chronologically, 1 and 2 are not good movies at all.
1's okay; it's your typical superhero movie. 2 was just
diabolical.
I don't know what that was. And 3 is where it got good. Like I actually really enjoyed that installment.
And 3 felt like Guardians of the Galaxy, like that. It kind of
like actual fun again. So there you go.
I have seen the trailer. It does look fun.
Yeah.
My favorite moment from the trailer, and maybe it's a different trailer because I think there's been 3 trailers now for this one.
Okay.
But the moment where one of them's doing like an I love you moment and Chris Hemsworth's face just sort of leers in, like doing a lovey eye kind of thing.
I haven't seen that one. No.
That's a great moment.
This one focused heavily on the Christian Bale character as the bad
that's
guy.
right. That's right. Yeah, I did see that too. Yep.
Yeah, so that was the trailer that I watched, and I don't know, Christian Bale doesn't do much for me, and I know that's
sacrilegious
probably
to a lot of people.
Yeah, but he doesn't do a whole lot for me. He looks quite menacing in this. I'd be scared of him. So
he's another chameleon. He can do all kinds of things.
Well, yeah, that's true, and I probably just haven't sort of recognized him from a lot of things that I've watched.
Now, can we just pause for a moment to let people know that we are aware that we're mispronouncing chameleon?
Oh, yeah, we should probably do. We're not dum-dums all the time.
Because I'm like, hang on, they probably think we think that's a word.
Most of the time, but not this time. No, we do know that.
Okay.
Come a chameleon. Anyway, moving right along, but we can stick on sort of like the Marvel theme. I did watch a trailer with Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans called The Grey Man.
I think that's right. Yeah, you're ahead of me this week on trailers, that's for sure.
Oh, that's all I've had time to do.
No, really. But it's so odd because part of my day job is being across a lot of trailers and new releases, and yeah, I've just not this week. Like, there've been so many other things that I had to be across that the trailers just kept fucking flying at me.
Well, look, I don't know if we're missing a lot with this kind of thing. It's just another sort of Hitman movie, which there seems to be a lot of at the movie. So, like, The Man from Toronto, kind of like a Hitman movie. The Grey Man, a Hitman movie. You got the Hitman's bodyguard and the Hitman's bodyguard's wife, and you got the Hitman this and bloody fucking blah blah blah. So it just seems like a lot of Hitmen, and that's a popular thing at the moment. And this kind of it seemed alright, but it didn't blow my mind.
So not worth sticking on.
I don't know. For me, it was made by the same people that did all Infinity Wars and the Winter Soldier and all that kind of stuff. So it will be very action-packed and explosive and all that kind of stuff. directed by the Russo brothers.
Yeah. And
I believe
they're good filmmakers, and they started in stuff before superhero movies and whatnot.
Yeah.
I do like it when directors from superhero films branch out and do independent films or other things, because you just don't want to be pigeonholed into that fucking superhero thing your entire career.
But look, it looks like it.
I did that right into the microphone. I normally go.
Got another hairball there.
I apologize, people.
COVID. No.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, look, it looks fine. I don't know if I'm like gonna rush to the theaters or Netflix or wherever it's dropping.
Yeah.
To see it. Apart from the fact that it's been a while since I've kind of seen Gosling in anything, and I'd be excited to see him on the screen again. But it's really hard for me with Chris Evans because he has this in real life, he has this speech impediment that I find just so freaking cute. And anytime he does anything, I can't help but think of him with his little speech impediment, and it makes it hard for me to take him serious.
What is the speech impediment?
So he pronounces his L's like W's. So
Albert Fudd syndrome.
I don't like it. Yeah. And it's just so freaking cute. And like
maybe that's the speech impediment I need, because I lisp a little bit, and I don't have them fawning over me. Like, come on.
I don't see you being Captain America either, Glenn.
Oi. Or like a Duff Man? No, not even that. Anyway, another Simpsons reference for you.
No, my husband has a lisp and my son has a lisp. So I don't know. Maybe I have a thing. Maybe I have a thing for speech impediments. Yeah.
You're surrounded by lispers.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just find it endearing. So that's yeah.
Cool. What else we got there? You're on a roll.
I am. There's something that I'm like freaking super pumped to watch, and if this does get released to theaters, I will be going to see this, like with or without somebody else. I'll be going by myself if I need to. It's called Vengeance.
Right.
Have you seen? No? Okay, BJ Novak. Writer director. It's his new movie. Oh my god, it looks really good. It's funny. It's like crime solving.
I'm looking it up now.
Based in like redneck Texas. It just looks great.
I do know this one. I haven't seen the trailer, but I know I've seen like little. Yeah. What's his name? Boyd Holbrook's in it.
Yeah. Dove Cameron, Ashton Kutcher.
That's
BJ
why not,
Novak.
because it is produced by Blumhouse, the famous horror studio.
Yep.
And what else did I know about this one? It came across my desk last week, I think, and I just it's too soon for us to cover, so I didn't really. I put it on the back burner. But cool, tell me about it, because you might just do half my job for me.
Well, no, it looks super fun. It looks super funny, but it also looks like it's covering something. Like it's like a crime thriller, but it's a comedy at the same time. Awesome. So it's kind of right up my alley. And the fact that it's written and directed by BJ Novak is even more up my alley, because I am a massive Office fan, The Office fan. So yeah, I think it's just doing all sorts for me, that one.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I'm loving that you're excited about these things. And there is nothing wrong about going to the movies by yourself. I do it nearly every week.
Yeah, I don't have the time to do it, but there's certain movies that get you excited, and I think I will definitely be making the time to go and watch this one.
Awesome.
There's always one,
Cool. What else you got? We've got 10 minutes left.
Last one that I have on my list is something that it's out of character for me. I don't know if you'd call it a horror. It's called Abandoned. With Emma Roberts.
Yep.
I kind of just really enjoyed seeing her in something that grew her up a little bit. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, made her seem a little bit older.
Yeah, she's broken away from the pin-up poster child kind of image. It's like when what was it? It was probably The Departed is what did it for Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, he had to push through the boyhood persona. And that was the movie that broke him. And I get it with Emma Roberts for sure, because even you say Emma Roberts to a lot of people, they still think of bloody Aquamarine or, something like that. Never mind
Wild Child.
Never mind she's been in a Scream movie. She's been in Scream Queens and countless other things. Yeah, so, well, you could be right. This could be the one that breaks her into, legitimate adult film. Well, I don't know. She's not an adult film star.
No. No.
I can't get my words out.
Sorry, Emma. And she's good. Like, she's really good. It's definitely in the genes there because she's related to Julia, I think.
And
it's her niece, yeah. And Eric, sorry.
Her father, who has been an actor for longer than Julia Roberts has.
I prefer Julia, to be completely honest with you.
Well, you go back to the 80s and see how you feel about that.
Julia?
Yeah, like when they were both really in their prime. Many would say Eric Roberts back then was making a lot more better films.
Yeah, that's probably true, but I'll still probably always be in her corner, if you know what I mean.
You should check out The Coca-Cola Kid. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, so I probably won't watch that movie because it does look a little bit too scary for me.
Well, let's touch upon scary for a second. You can actually finish what you're saying, and then I'll touch upon scary with you.
Okay. The sort of the scarier man in this movie, I can't remember his name. Michael Shannon?
Yeah.
Michael Shannon. He plays a good creep. He's just got the face for it in the nicest possible way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he's great. He's good in everything he does, even the
everything
movies, Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of those guys. He's got that instant recognizable face, and he does a lot of things well.
Yep.
So
I completely agree. He was great in that 9 Perfect Strangers series last year, or this year, I think it was early.
Okay. Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah, no, but I was going to say, and I kind of hinted to you during the week in messages, the new Stranger Things 4, which I know you haven't dived into or finished or whatever. Mm-hmm. But as you know, you've watched season 1, 2, and 3, right? And you've enjoyed them.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there is a movie that's going to get, or a TV show or anything that's going to get you into horror as a fan and enjoy it, it's season 4, because this essentially is tapping into a Nightmare on Elm Street. It is horror compared to the other seasons, which was science fiction.
Yeah, right.
And fantasy. This is horror fantasy. So there's so much influence taken from A Nightmare on Elm Street and slashers and things like that, and it is just delicious. It's really gruesome, for a show that was created for teenagers or kids.
It's the brilliant thing about that TV series, and I know we don't come on here to talk about TV, but I do watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
That's the brilliance of that series, is that with each season, it's grown with the kids as they have grown as well, and it's because obviously its fans have grown at the same time as well. And it's just playing to its demographic so fucking perfectly.
Yeah.
And you cannot fault this show in any which way. And I haven't even seen the new season.
And Gen X's in particular will be very familiar with that evolution because, where the first season was influenced particularly by things like the Goonies, even a bit of Stand By Me, that kind of stuff. And then it evolves into other things like Breakfast Club, I think was in season 2, a lot of that kind of stuff. So now we're up to the type of genre that those kids in the 80s would be watching at that age. So we're watching Freddy Krueger movies, and the main villain is very much a pinhead Freddy Krueger type, and the horror in it is just gnarly. It's like, fuck, I can't believe they're getting away with this. It's so good. I'm
excited to watch it. I've committed myself to rewatching the 3rd season before I rewatch the 4th season.
Right. Fair enough.
To refresh my memory. So, and the 3rd season fucking kicked ass as well. So
cool.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit passionate, but I'm looking forward to doing that.
For my money's worth, this is the best season.
Really, because season 3 was damn good.
It was, but there is a consensus out there. Most people have agreed this one is just.
All right, I'm excited. I think that's what I'm doing this weekend because I actually don't have any plans. So
cool. All right. Well, yeah, Ben and I are hitting up Oz Comic Con on the weekend, so that's our plans. That'll be interesting. Should be. But hey, we've got about 6 minutes left. Let me just quickly mention the fact that Johnny Depp won.
I was wondering when you were going to bring this.
Well, no, I don't really need to talk about it, but I figure we should bookend it. We've been talking about it for a few weeks.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
So,
yep.
There's that, and I find it quite odd that now that it's over, her lawyers are out for blood on the public speaking circuit to the point that I'm thinking, well, he's got a case to take them for defamation.
Sure, absolutely. They probably want this, though. They're going to make so much money off this, what they called other people their 15 minutes of fame. They're going to make so much money, and they're going to ride this pony until its back breaks.
They are, but I mean, like, for the integrity of the profession, and they are lawyers who, you know, hold themselves to a high standard, or should. And for a woman that is saying that I was the one that was insisting we don't do cameras in the courtroom, well, she's certainly not shy of the cameras now. Anyway, I find it so peculiar the way it's all unraveling post-verdict.
I'm not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah, well, no, that's true.
I'm not. And I'm not gonna generalize, but it seems like the very Hollywood.
It's the epitome of Hollywood.
American thing to do, to be honest.
Yeah. So, while we're talking about Johnny Depp, then it's said that his comeback may be starring in Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah, I saw that also. So he would be Beetlejuice? Michael Keaton would be Beetlejuice?
Michael Keaton would definitely be Beetlejuice, but he would be another character.
Right,
A character we've not seen before.
Right, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So
he'll be getting offers left, right, and center right now. Like, his phone would not have stopped ringing.
Yeah, it'd be
since he won that court case.
And someone, or I think it was a former executive from Disney who's still very much in the loop, has said that there's every likeliness that they will take him back for Pirates. It's just that I'm pretty sure he is done with Pirates with the way they treated him. So,
well,
I think that Beetlejuice is the perfect comeback because it's back with Tim Burton. He's comfortable with Tim Burton. That's where he got his start. You know, actually,
it's so predictable, though.
We can connect that though. His start was actually Nightmare on Elm Street, so we were just talking about that.
Oh, there you go, loop-de-loop.
But but Tim Burton's influence is definitely what put Johnny Depp on the map, and I'm cool with him working with Tim Burton again, so long as Tim Burton restores some integrity to what he does, because he hasn't had it for quite a while. But I know for a fact that Beetlejuice is one of those really precious things to him. So I think if he goes back to it, there would definitely be a lot of thought put into it.
I would hope so, because I agree with you. I'm really hot and cold with Tim Burton. Like,
same.
Some movies he's just absolutely fucking nailed, and then he's just sold out in all other aspects for me. So
it was all hunky-dory up until Planet of the Apes, and after that, everything was hit, miss, hit, miss, hit, miss.
Yeah.
Some big hits, some huge misses, but before that, pretty much everything he had done, from Pee Wee Herman all the way up to just before Planet of the Apes, was just banger. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite filmmaking.
Yeah. I agree with you there. So yeah, I hope it works out for him, and I do hope to see him back on the screen a little bit more than what he has been over the past, 10 years or so. So we shall see.
Some real, just because we're cramming some stuff in here at the end, just because you took
cram
over
it,
the show, Chloe. You took over the show.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Exciting news is that Roger Avery and Quentin Tarantino are producing a new podcast, which starts, I think, next week or the week after, and it's called the Video Archives Podcast. And for fans if you're a fan, you should know it, but if you don't, Roger Avery and Quentin Tarantino were friends that worked at Video Archives before they were filmmakers. So that's a video store, but it was a very culty video store with lots of, obscure movies. And so once that closed, Quentin Tarantino had made it big in Hollywood. He purchased the entire inventory of that store, and he owns all of the video cassettes. So Roger Avery and him, who they both won an Oscar for Pulp Fiction, he was the co-writer with Quentin Tarantino, they're going to go through that collection of videos, and each episode of the podcast is picking out a couple and then watching them and talking about them as if they were still working at Video Archives.
Oh my gosh.
So it is every nerd's wet dream. It's a really great concept. And the fact it's called the Video Archives Podcast, Roger Avery went on to make other movies on his own without Quentin Tarantino, as his creative partner. So it's great that they fell out for a long time as well after Pulp Fiction, because Tarantino pretty much stole Roger Avery's thunder and said, "Oh no, I wrote this myself. He just gets a credit. He did the arrogant thing." But now they've come back together, which suggests that obviously they've made amends, and they've exciting.
Gotten over it. That is exciting, and that sounds amazing. And I'm definitely listening to that.
So that is on the Stitcher network, which is owned by Sirius. And hey, you can find our podcast, Good Movie Monday, on Stitcher as well. So you can listen to us, and then you can listen to them.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Maybe we'll have to do a crossover episode with them, just work something out.
Oh, just give him a buzz. Just give Tarantino a quick email and just be like, mate, like, come on.
I will.
I'll need proof, by the way.
Alrighty, cool. Well, you'll have to listen to it, and it's in the pudding. All right, we've episode 40 in the can. We've done it. We've hit the end of that. Bit of a milestone. So happy about that.
And now it's time for beanie time now again.
Beanie time. Okay, you're gonna do it.
It actually looks good, just not with the headphones on.
Looks like an ice cream cone.
What a way to end the show.
Oh, well, I guess I'll see you at 41.
You sure will.
Awesome. And I'll see you at 41. People watching.
Oh, breaking the fourth wall. Looping it back.